We have 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander. Customer came in. He was backing into something. He hit the passenger side uh, bumper to the telephone pole, and ever since that, he has no blind spot detection. It says it on the dashboard. Sometimes it says blind spot detection unavailable or temporarily out of service. So we scanned it. It shows the driver's side doesn't work, even though he said the passenger side got hit. So we're gonna find out why. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove
The driver's side sensor doesn't work. The passenger
there
side
is
does work.
clips
So we're gonna have to
on
take the
this
bumper off to get to the
right front
sensor.
of the black cover. You gotta remove that, and then you're also gonna have to remove 10 mils right by the tail light. Right there, there's two of them on the bumper, two on the tail lights, and because it was a tight, I decided to remove the two on the tail light as well, along with these two 10 mils as well. And that's just a rubber, I guess some sort of I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of bumper protection thing. Doesn't do anything, but they decide to put rubber thing on it. And this is a torque screws. I believe it's number 25 or 20. And you can remove the bumper skin like that. You take the whole thing out. And this corner was tight. That's why I removed the 10 mils off. That is the sensor right there. That's actually the radar sensor. There's one on each side. There's one here, and of course there's another one on passenger side. And I checked the connectivity. It's intact, and there's no damage on driver's side yet. The scanner shows the driver's side doesn't work. So let's find out why. I checked that there's a connection on the bottom side of the sensor. It was intact. Doesn't look like anything got hit. All the connection seems to be fine, yet it shows the driver's side doesn't work. I unplugged. Check for any residue on the connection. No watermark. It's clean. So I'm going to see why it's not working. You're going to have to remove passenger side the same way. Just remove all those 10 mils on the side, and entire bumper skin comes off. So before we do anything further, I'm gonna just put this bumper back on, since the bumper, that module, the laser module, seems to be in right. So I'm gonna just reset the faulty code and see if it works. But I suspect the passenger side still might be something wrong, because the customer told me he hit the telephone pole to the passenger side, not on driver's side. And yet computer detects the driver's side module doesn't work. So I'm just going to temporarily reset it and see if it works. I'm putting the bumper back on temporarily, but I doubt it's going to work, but let's see what happens. Alright, so we have a scanner connected. If you don't have this kind of scanner, you can go to AutoZone or Pep Boys. You can actually borrow one. They won't charge you. You gotta put some deposit onto the machine. Then once you return it, they'll give you a refund, so it doesn't cost you nothing. or if you know somebody who has the scanner, you can borrow one and scan it to see what code you come up with. But as I said, this car shows that driver's side is faulty, even though the passenger side got hit. I don't know why, but we're gonna scan it and reset it and see what happens. So we're scanning this, and we're just gonna clear the code. It shows the driver's side unavailable, so we're just gonna clear the code and see if it clears. Alright, so we are clearing the code, and it seems to be it did accept. If there is a faulty equipment, it won't reset, but it did reset. So we're going to test drive once we reset to see if it works out. You do have to drive for a while before the code may come up. So don't just take a drive for 2 minutes and, oh yeah, everything works. It may come back up. Reverse cam always work, and before it did have a message on the dashboard. Backing up. So far there is no code on the dashboard. I think you do have to drive for a little bit higher speed in order to make that sensor to activate it. But let's see what happens. I'm trying to see if it shows that blind spot detection shows on the left hand side. Doesn't seem to be working. Maybe we have to drive, so we're gonna test drive and see if it comes back on. Alright, we test drove and it did work initially. Then after about 4 or 5 minutes, the message popped up again. It says blind detection unavailable on the dashboard. So we know it didn't work. So we're gonna take the passenger side bumper off and see what gone bad, and hopefully we can figure this one out. Even though the computer shows that indication seems to be working, but it doesn't work on test drive. So we're gonna have to get to the passenger side to see what the heck is wrong with the passenger side. This side is the one customer said he hit it. This is the driver's side. It looks more straight. It's hard to tell, but this is more straight like this compared to this one. The top section is a further distance than the driver's side. So we're just gonna push this one like that. That should be okay. Now the right way to do it is get the replacement plate. That'll give you exact the placement of it. But since this is no good anyway, we're just gonna guesstimate and pull this bottom out, make it more flush looking, and let's see if it works. Alright, so this side is misaligned, so I got laser guide. Make sure it is lined up. And another thing you gotta line up is make sure the angle of it is close to 0. Okay, so we test drove for about 10-15 minutes. Everything is fine. So we did align that sensor here. And they do sell that mounting bracket. So if you feel that the mounting bracket is dented, you can just go to dealership and buy the new mounting bracket. Or you can just realign it with the machine I was using. I'll put it on the description so you can see how we did it.